What's up gamers, Brian from Island Delver Gaming here, and we are very excited to play early access for Lord of the Rings in MTG Arena. For this video, we have a blue-green Simic Scry deck. So this deck maximizes Scry as a mechanic and it uses a lot of elves. So just to look at the new cards from the Lord of the Rings set here, Fading Hope is not a new card but you get to scry one. So let's start with Council's Deliberation. It's a 2-drop draw card, and whenever you scry, and if you control an island, you may exile this card from your graveyard, and you draw an additional card. This is a 2-mana tap spell. You get to scry one, then you draw a card. It's a one-off combat trick for us. 2-drop 2/1. Loving this card. So whenever you scry, this becomes 3/1 and unblockable. 4 copies of Fall of Gil-galad. So this is a saga. So first you get to scry 2. Then you put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. And on the third is whenever this creature dies, you draw 2 cards and that creature will fight up to 1 other target creature. Running 2 copies of this guy, so basically it's not really that good, but this will enable us to scry on each of our turns. 4 copies of Arwen, the uncommon version. I'm loving this card. So this is one of our payoff cards for this deck. So whenever we scry, we put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Pay 6, Scry 2. I'm not really sure if we're gonna be activating that ability, but we do need the trigger ability on this card. 4 copies of Elvish Mariner. This is a 3-drop 3/2 that whenever this attacks, we scry 1. And whenever we scry, we get to tap up to X target non-land permanents, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. Then we have 3 copies of Galadriel of Lothlorien. So it's a 3-drop 3/3. We do need the second ability that whenever you scry, you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, then put it onto the battlefield tap. 2 copies of Palantir of Orthanc. So this is a legendary artifact that at the beginning of our end step, we put an influence counter on it and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card, else you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on this, and then that player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. 2 copies of Elven Chorus. It's an enchantment that you may look at the top card of your library anytime. Then you can cast creature spells from the top of your library, and this turns your creatures into mana dorks. Last but not the least, Elrond, Master of Healing, is a 4-drop 4/4 that whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. And whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell or ability that an opponent controls, then you may draw a card. For our lands, we're playing one-off Rivendell. Pay 2 and scry 2 for this, but we can only activate it if we control a legendary creature. Very excited to try this in early access. Let's see this deck in action. Okay, for our first match of the game, Human Token 2036. So I believe we are against a Wizards of the Coast employee. This is actually the first time that I played with someone with the orange name. So we're playing first. I prefer a better hand than that. Okay, this one has an Arwen. Let's just choose this. We can return the chorus. Say hello to our opponent here. Okay, very nice. Let's play Arwen. Very excited for this set though. drop you. Let's scry 2. Put 2+1+ counters on this. This will probably get okay. Yep, we can. It's okay. We need a land. Should we drop Arwen or Elrond? Oh, that's too bad. Let's just bounce that and delay that for a bit. Let's drop you so that we can fight that when our opponent drops that again. Okay, Mirror Breaker. That is okay. Let's just drop you. Back for 4. Pass the turn here. Okay. Sure do hope to draw some cards with Scry. This guy is really good. Oh, another one. Okay, so let's try to scry first. Let's get the Rivendell. I actually want to get the 2 of them. So let's make this a 4/4. Let's just attack. We have a Fable from our opponent here. Let's see. Meat Hook Massacre, wow. For 5. Wow, that's nice. We do have very timely Meat Hook Massacre there for our opponent. It's been a while since I've seen this card though, because I usually don't play Alchemy. Boromir, okay. Should we fight this? Let's cancel. Let's submit 0. So when this dies, we get to... Well, we can tap this guy though. Boseiju, we can kill the Mithuk. Stop that. Opponent will be down to 1. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nice. This is the ring bearer. What? That's a combo? What? Good game, good game. Didn't know that we have a combo here. That's pretty cool. So Ratad Rabbik of Urborg. And pair it up with Boromir. That's nice. Let's just let this resolve and let our opponent win via the combo and not concede. I'm okay with this. We made our opponent down to 1, then we can't really do anything about this. But we could have easily stopped this by removing the Nituk Massacre. Oh, very, very nice. Okay, this is game 2. Human Token 2738. Is it the same name as what we had the previous game? But this is not a Wizards of the Coast employee though. Or is it? Because I think all the early access content creators will have the VIP. Let's maul. Again, I'd be returning Elven Chorus. That's too bad. That card is pretty good. High opponent. You can just drop the Cascade tap. Okay. Let's drop an Arwen early. Then drop Mariner. Should be okay. This has first strike. Thalia. No blocks. Pacification coming? Probably. Evangel. Conjure a card. Tap permanent you don't control. So let's drop another Mariner. Or should we drop this and just be aggressive? So our opponent missed some land drops. We don't need it. Let's tap you and make it bigger. So we have 2 Elvish Mariners in our hand. And we have Fading Hope. So at this point, should we draw some cards? Let's draw some cards. Non-land permanent. Yep. Just tap this just for the sake of it. So let's make this unblockable guy bigger. Opponent is down to 4. Wow! This deck is really hitting it now, right now. Okay. Yep, that's still okay. Oh, we could have bounced and tapped these on the before declare attack. Very, very nice. Well, let's just attack here and say good game. Oh no, we don't want attack. Let's just complete the triggers here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, come on, there's a lot of triggers, but okay. Anyway, that makes this deck like pretty cool. Very nice. Okay, hello Uncle Russ VIP. Okay, Island Delver Gaming here. So let's keep this. It's too bad that we don't have an early drop. Hello, opponent. Okay, Grix is here. Oh, this card, I really love this card. I think this is a very overpowered card at the moment. So now we can't draw like more cards. So again, Orcish Bowmaster. In my next deck that I'd be featuring, I'll be using this card and very excited for this card. This is a very good card. I'm expecting this card probably to be used in like multiple formats. What? Oh, very nice. You may sacrifice it and you can draw or create a treasure token. This will probably eat removal, but let's just drop you. Mass, okay. Or should we just block? No, let's just take that. We can bounce the amass token. So let's just drop this. Then attack for 3. So we are down to 14. Finally, I'm quite happy with this opponent, Uncle Russ, because I think most of our opponents on this early access playtest, we really didn't get to see a lot of Lord of the Rings cards, so I'm quite happy to see someone like us that used a lot of the new cards. What's the trigger for Saruman? Whenever you cast your second spell, you amass orcs too. Should we just bounce this guy later? Let's bounce the orc. Land. Do we need a land? We don't need the land. So let's tap you. Okay, so we did draw like 2 consecutive lands. Let's drop you. We can't tap for... I'll probably just say pass for now. Or we can attack with... We need to attack with the Mariner. Let's attack with Mariner. Make it a 4/4. I guess I'm okay with drawing you. Tap you. And let's make it decline. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's try to scry first. Or let's scry. Don't need those two. So let's tap our opponent's blockers here. Let's just submit one. Let's make these guys big. Reveal. Then I guess we can just attack. Opponent would be forced to block with Saruman. Make this bigger and make Galadriel bigger. Okay, it's a bounce. Okay, so we win. Very, very nice. Loving this Scry deck. Very happy with this deck. Okay, so for the final thoughts of the deck, really loving this deck. This deck can get pretty crazy off of the chains for like Scries. So Arwen with Elrond with the Elvish Mariner. So this is the card that actually blew my mind. It exceeded my expectations because we can top attackers or tap blockers by using instant speed Scries like this or this. So yeah, pretty happy with this deck, and I'd probably be building this moving forward. It's a blue-green Scrying Elves. I'd probably change that and the name and use that in the thumbnail. So that's it for this deck. We have a lot of decks to feature for this early access event, so stay tuned for that and see you in the next video.